Hey, today I want to make a tier list of Agatha Christie books because many people make many tier lists, but nobody up to now, or at least I couldn't find any on YouTube, that make a tier list of Agatha Christie books. And it will be very subjective because there are books that I love every single time when I read it, and there are books that I don't like every single time I read it. But there are books that one time I like more, one time I like less. It depends what mood I'm in, and all that kind of stuff. So, to the tier list. The first thing is I simply love this book. Every time I read it, I love it. That's my book, that's it, no doubt about it. Second one is have a special place in my heart. It's good, it's very very good, maybe 4.5 stars. There's something that it's not entirely for 5 stars, but I still love the book. Have a special place in my heart. Don't hate it, but not fond of it really. It's this middle things, meh things. Yeah, it's good. It's okay. It's fine. Not my book. Uh, I don't know. I maybe I will like it at some point. I might see why people like it, but not my book. No. I have to reread this. Or I don't remember, like, because there are books that I've seen a lot, the David Suchet adaptations, and I don't remember very much the book itself, so I have to reread this to make up my mind. And Where's the Shredder is worst, worst, the most worst, the worstest of all, worst. I don't want this book to exist. Okay. The first one is The Mysterious Affair at Styles. The Mysterious Affair at Styles, I'm not fond of this book really. And I read it in my native language, and the translation was awkward. Like, all of the time I was thinking how strange the conversations between Hastings and Poirot sounds. It was, maybe I have to reread this in English, but at the moment it will be here. Then The Hollow. The Hollow, yeah, I have to reread it really, but I don't think that something will change. It will middle of the road. It wasn't a big deal. I don't know. Cat Among the Pigeons. Yeah, here. I don't know. Maybe we'll be here for a while. The Murder at the Vicarage is the first Miss Marple book, and the Miss Marple books are very good, but this one, every time I read it, I'm like, yeah, that's why I like this book. That's why I like this book. That's why I like. The Sitterworld Mystery is the same. Every time I read it, I'm like, that's why I like this book. I just simply love it. Hickory Dickory Dock. When you like something, but there's something that bothers you and you don't know what exactly is, it's Hickory Dickory Dock. Like, it's good, but I don't know, not my type. Parliament House, it has a special place in my heart because when I first read Agatha Christie, this was the only one book that I solved. And I was like 12, 13, 14 years old, so I have a special place in my heart. Lord Edgeworth dies. I have to reread this, but I'll put it here. Murder on the Orient Express. Why didn't they ask Evans? 3 Acts Tragedy. You know, there's this older man who falls for young girl, and I basically like older men. So yeah, I'll say no more. Death in the Clouds, middle of the road. The ABC Murders, that's I always recommend for people who have never read Agatha Christie to start with the ABC Murders. That's it. No Murder on the Express, no And Then There None, it's the ABC Murders. It's Hastings there. There are several murders. I love this book. I think it's the best way to start with Agatha Christie. Murder in Mesopotamia, no, I'm not fond of it. I've seen the episode like multiple times, but I don't like it. I find the murder not satisfying. The Secret Adversary, this is the first Tommy and Tuppence book, and I love Tommy and Tuppence. I like that they age with the books, and I'm feeling nostalgic towards the last book. Feeling nostalgic with them, about them, and everything. This book have a special place in my heart. Cards on the Table, I love this book. This was my second book to read. I love it. I love it. Dumb Witness in these rare cases when I prefer the episode over the book. And I'll put it here. It's like the middle of the road. Yeah, Appointment with Death. Love it. Perfect book. Is it the same book? Oh no, that's great. Oh, that should be Death on the Nile or what? What I have? Okay, this is Death on the Nile. Okay, it doesn't matter, both are there. Where that similar covers? Doesn't matter, both are there. Death on the Nile, Appointment with Death, perfect books. Hercule Poirot Christmas, I am not fond of this book. I find the murder really cringe. I don't like it. I don't like it. Murder is Easy, yeah, I like this book. I love it. And Then There Were None. Now, and Then There Were None. It's I have to put it between A and B really. I'm not as fond of this book as everybody else are, although it's solid. Sad Cypress, I really have to reread this. I have to reread this because it's one of these rare cases where first I've seen the episode and I read the book, but I don't remember very much, and I felt very strange about this book. I don't know what to feel about it really. Want to Buckle My Shoe is a no. I have never liked this book. I've read it like 3 times or something. Never like it. Evil Under the Sun, yeah, Evil Under the Sun is here. Murder on the Links. So Murder on the Links is the best of the best because it was my first book by Agatha Christie. It got me hooked. I love it. I want to marry this book. If I'm allowed to marry a book, it will be Murder on the Links. Everything starts from this book. What is this? What should be this? Why I don't see the title? This is N or M. And yeah, I'll just put it here. Yeah, I think Tommy and Tuppence books are basically here. Body in the Library. I have very strange feelings about the Body in the Library. I know that everybody loves it, but the thing is that I have read Nemesis before it, and Nemesis and the Body in the Library for me are very similar. I don't want to say why because it will be a spoiler, but when I read Body in the Library, I was like, well, I have read this already. So I'm really not that fond for this book. And yeah, Five Little Pigs is, I love this book. I just love it. I love it absolutely. It's fan favorite. Five Little Pigs is fan favorite. The Moving Finger, no. No, I don't like this one. No. Toward Zero and Ordeal by Innocence also remind me one of each other, and I'm not fond of any of this book really. That Comes at the End. Yeah, I love it. I love this. That Comes at the End. Many people don't like it. I don't know why. I don't understand why, but I like it. Sparkling Cyanide is yeah, actually I like it. The last time I read it, actually I wasn't fond of the reveal because I remember it in one way, but it happened. Obviously, I didn't remember it very well. Uh, I'll put it here. Taken at the Flood. Taken at the Flood is middle of the road, really. Not that. Crooked House. We all know what we all think about the Crooked House. It's ultimate best. It's in my top 10. It's in my top 10. Yeah. The Man in the Brown Suit. I love The Man in the Brown Suit. I love it, and I'll put it like somewhere here. Even here. Okay, I'll put it here for here for now. A Murder is Announced. Yeah, I like it. They Came to Baghdad. No, They Came to Baghdad remind me of Destination Unknown, where there's this a girl who does something and jumps into the spy world and is wondering what to do and how to get out of there. Okay, I'm not fond of this book really. No, not my book. No, I don't like the main character really. I prefer Destination Unknown. Here's Destination Unknown, and I'll put it here. Okay, Mrs. Monkey is Dead. I like Mrs. Monkey is Dead. I know that it's 50-50 here, but I like it. They Do It with Mirror. I put it here. After the funeral is simply here. It's in my top 5. I love this book. A Pocket Full of Rye. I like it on a reread. So I wasn't fond of it, but I like it on a reread. So maybe I should reread it again, but for now it is here. Dead Man's Folly. I've seen this episode so many times because I like Zoe Wanamaker as Ariadne Oliver. I didn't like Ariadne Oliver in the books, but I like Zoe Wanamaker's portrayal. But Dead Man's, I'll just put it here. 450 from Paddington. I like this one. The Secret of Chimneys. No. There's something, no. And where is Seven Dials Mystery? The Seven Dials Mystery is my top 10. Absolute top 10. And the last time I read it was, I have totally forgotten the ending. I love it. Okay, Ordeal by Innocence. No, not that one. The Pale Horse is here. I hate this book. I read it several times. I hate it. I hate it. Like I hate this book. The Mirror Cracks from Side to Side is, there's a big influence of the movie with Elizabeth Taylor because I love Elizabeth Taylor. I couldn't get this is really here because the movie is dominating in my mind, and it's, I don't know. The Clocks is a book that is Poirot book, and it shouldn't be Poirot book. Like, it spoils everything. I don't know. I don't like the books because because of Poirot. I'll actually put it here. I don't like Poirot in it. A Caribbean Mystery is I have to reread it, but it is something like here maybe. At Bertram's Hotel, I hate this book. I hate it. I've read it 3 times. I hate it 3 times. Third Girl, I hate this book. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know. I hate it. Endless Night, I love Endless Night. I absolutely love Endless Night. Has a special place. It's even here. I have soft spot for Endless Night for whatever reason. It's unpopular opinion, but I simply love it. By the pricking of my thumb, it was better on a reread, so I'll just put it here between these two things here. The Murder of O.J. Ackroyd now. Don't kill me. I don't remember how I felt the first time I read it. Maybe I was amazed. No, I'm sorry, but I'm not as fond as everybody else. The Halloween Party, I have to reread it. Again, I've seen the episode multiple times because of Zoe Wanamaker, but I have to reread the book itself. Passenger to Frankfurt, you all know what we think about this book. Like the first for shredding. Nemesis, I like this book. I mean, I like it. I know that people don't like it very much, but I like it. Elephants Can Remember. It's between these two things here because I don't hate it as much as people do. I don't hate it at all, but not as good, but still good. Postern of Fate. Actually, Postern of Fate. I read it I think 3 times, and the third time I liked it better because in the beginning I thought it's shit. Like I didn't like it at all, but on the third time I actually like it. So I'll just put it here. Maybe after reading I'll be able to say, but Sleeping Murder, I absolutely Sleeping Murder is every time I read it. That's why I like this book. I like this book. That's it. I like it. Curtain is absolutely here. It's in my top 5. I cried my eyes out, and this book should be read after you read all of the books, after you watch all of the David Suchet adaptation, when you're so much in love with Poirot that you'll be able to feel this book, because I cried my eyes out. It's wonderful, wonderful journey. The Big Four, I like it on a reread. On the last read, I actually like it. And again, I'll put it here because it's just like in the middle somewhere. It doesn't have that much special place in my heart, but it's pretty good. And I hate the Blue Train. I simply hate the Mystery of the Blue Train. The first 4 chapters I had to read them 4 times because I get confused in the characters. I hate this book simply, and yeah. So this is my ranking with the nota bene that after I reread certain books, they might change their places. I'll be happy if you write in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. I'll be fine if you don't agree. I see books that you'll not agree. And yeah, just write in the comments what you like, what you don't like, etc. etc. Okay.